Happy Friday. Hashtag my global family. This is Drea Beta, Coyote walking in this world, real life as a public superhero. I am here with a hashtag PTSD is real update. I've been struggling, family. I have anxiety, depression, PTSD. I'm a survivor of rape and molestation as a child as a ramification of Indian boarding school. Catholicism is part of my trauma. Academia is part of my trauma. In 2008, I survived police brutality, was arrested by a police officer for asking for his name and badge number. I was stuck in my house for 9 months. I couldn't leave. I lost my position teaching. It changed my life. In 2018, I survived a white male academic predator who was hurting his students. I fought against the university, but it made me question what I was doing, right? And since then, I've been advocating on an individual basis, helping other graduate students fight for their own safety, their own rights, for policy changes, and for our humanity, basically, for our humanity to be acknowledged by institutions that are designed to dehumanize us. So for me, I get triggered in spaces that are hostile and violent for me. UNM has always been one of them. As a master's student, I was microaggressed against in the classroom, both for my doctoral program and master's program. My colleagues face on the daily microaggressions, right? If you're Indigenous, if you're Black or brown, if you're LGBTQ, you walk in the world differently. I walk through this world like a coyote because I am one. And that makes people afraid. They're afraid of different other scary. And there are political reasons behind that. There are educational, ideological reasons behind that. Social control is real, right? It's an entire field in sociology. But people don't like to hear they're being controlled. So I get triggered when I'm in spaces, like, for example, where I've been bullied. And when I have to do a lot of work or put in a lot of time and effort, and I don't have a partner or someone working on the project with me, and I'm just by myself doing a lot of emotional and physical and academic labor for a space or an organization or a person, right? Depends on the situation, that has hurt me. It's very hard. It's triggering and it's hard. So I'm trying to process how to deal with that, right? My work is triggering, family. Working with survivors is triggering when you're a survivor yourself. We need lots of love. All of our communities now need lots of love. In addition, family, it's the start of UNM. And that for me is always difficult as well. So I've been having a lot of anxiety this week. And I'm struggling for motivation to do my daily work. And I feel like I'm failing. I feel like I'm failing everyone and failing everything. But that's not true. I am doing the best that I can. And right now, that's going to be okay. That's going to be what has to happen. I am a human person. And I am a survivor. And I acknowledge that I can be triggered. And I can acknowledge that I need help, that I need special care, and that I am protected by the Americans with Disabilities Act, that the University of New Mexico and that any employers I ever have and organizations that I work with and work for have an obligation to make sure that our people are covered, that we are safe and secure. And I'll be honest, family, the Office of OEO is not there to protect our rights. I've gone through 9 cases now, family. 2 are still pending. And not a single one of them, despite gross misuse of power and abuse of our students, has been found in the favor of a student. And that makes me wonder how many cases have gone through offices of OEO, OEOO. It depends on your university, family. They have different titles for the same office. But it's basically where students go to report discrimination. I'm asking us during COVID, when it is a new form of trauma on all of our communities, how are our people being supported? when depression and anxiety and PTSD numbers are being affected? By those of us who have diagnoses pre-COVID, how are we dealing? How are we supported, family? I'm tired of seeing posts of my Facebook family, my global family, of losing our loved ones because of depression, because of anxiety, because of PTSD, and because our society refuses to give us the resources we need to be successful. And we are deserving. We are human. And the trauma that we have survived was inflicted upon us by our society, by the community members around us. So I am a product of my environment. And yes, I do need the support of healthcare professionals. And we as a community need to rearrange how we think about mental health diagnoses. We have to rethink labeling. We have to rethink fear of getting help because we all need it now. That's this Coyote's 2 cents today, and my PTSD is real check-in. So don't forget, family, if everything is not okay with you, it's not you, it is COVID, it is white supremacy, it is capitalism. It's crazy. But that's okay, because you have a family to lean on, and you'll always have someone to listen to you. This Coyote loves you. I'm off to cause trouble somewhere else, and I'm going to start trying to learn to be more gentle and kind to myself.